out of over 600 papers submitted, the screening process returned 31 that were presented at various concurrent sessions during the course of the past 3 days. And all of them resonate with the theme for the Africa Economic Conference, support a climate-smart development in Africa, ranging from agriculture, energy, industrialization, and also trade. And all the papers really were very high quality, very robust research techniques employed by the authors to distill data and also to interpret and analyze these data in the context of the quest for smart, climate-smart development in Africa. Of course, the quality ranges from one to another. I think the discussions provide an opportunity for the authors to further refine and fine-tune their findings, because the presentations elicited a lot of reactions, particularly with a view to question methodologies, to deepen the discussion in terms of the findings and the results of the analysis, to inform. At the end of the day, the essence of all these papers is to tease out policy implications that can be harnessed and that can be used to further advance Africa's agenda for a climate-smart and inclusive development. No, the winning paper on cross-border adjustment mechanisms, I think, was a very insightful analysis of the implications of the carbon taxes or non-tariff barriers that might be adopted by, Europe, and other countries in Europe and the world against exports that are likely to come from particular sectors in Africa. If you take the cement, iron and steel, the implications, the study expounded on the impacts of different thresholds of carbon taxes to impact on the volume and the impact of those taxes imposed at different levels on particular African exports, and showed, for instance, like for cement, that a country like Mozambique is likely to lose progressively a lot in terms of even up to 90% tax, would lose all of its exports to some of these countries. So it also called for African countries to also devise also their carbon taxes, so that they can also be able to impose on imports that are coming into Africa. Otherwise, we fight a losing game. So these are some of the policy implications. Very interesting in terms of, let's say, Morocco also. Some of its exports can be lost, but are different, maybe less variable than what you would find, for instance, for the case of cement in Mozambique. So these are some of the simulations. And then, of course, they need to build capacity to provide financing for technology adaptation, so the African businesses, industries can also be able to undertake a successful transition in terms of the energy use and energy intensity of our industries. I think it's a very highly successful conference. The level of and quality of debate and discussion, I think, is very high, thanks to the quality of the presenters and the papers and the documents that have been prepared. And I believe that we have rich information that can be mined and distilled into policy briefs and documents that can be further animated in the continent and with governments, with other stakeholders, to inform our agenda for climate-smart development process in Africa.